take every week, and today I'm bringing you the full review of iOS 6. I am going to do this on my iPhone 5 here. The first thing we're going to cover is the Maps app and see what they updated in there. Alright, so to cover this, I'm going to go ahead and load up New York, as you can see I already did, just because for most of the features that they did in the Maps app, it has to be a bigger city to show it all off. So I went ahead and did New York. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of little icons all around the map right now, and those are just little warnings that show if ramps are closed for the freeway, or if there's construction going on, or if there's a car accident or something like that. It gives you updates now to help you navigate around that and make your trip as fast as possible. And now that we're talking about making your trip fast, they added turn-by-turn navigation, and it's free. It's built into the Maps app. It actually uses TomTom's traffic service to display like the traffic, like how busy it is and stuff like that. And I'll see if I can give you an example here. If we scroll in, you can see there are some red dashes here, and the red dashes, wherever there are red dashes on your phone, that is where busy traffic is. So that is how the traffic is displayed when you have it selected in here to show the traffic, as you see I do. So we're actually going to go ahead and switch over to the satellite maps, so we can go ahead and check out the 3D maps of the buildings and everything. So let's go ahead and select 3D. Zoom in a little bit. It's taking a little bit to load up. My internet here at my house is kind of slow, so it may take a little bit. But as you can see, as we're scrolling in here, you can definitely tell the 3D look of all the buildings and everything. A lot of people have been comparing the Apple Maps with Google Maps, because some people are mad that they got rid of Google Maps and replaced them with Apple Maps. And there's some areas where Google has streets listed and Apple Maps is not. I personally haven't had a problem yet, except for one time with the Apple Maps when I was using the turn-by-turn navigation, and that happened just today actually. The place I was trying to go to, it said I arrived at, but really it was like another like a mile up the road, so everything's not as accurate as it should be, which over time I'm sure they will improve, so you can be patient, and I'm sure they'll push out some updates and fix that and make them a lot better. As for the 3D maps, I don't know how to compare those with Google Maps 3D version, because I never tried out Google's 3D maps yet. But I'll go ahead and show you guys the 3D version of the Apple Maps right now. So as you can see, here are the 3D buildings, and another thing I want to show you really quickly is you can now rotate the map completely, like any angle you want. So you can see right now I can rotate it any way I want. Alright, so I'm going to give you another example of the maps here and give you a better look at the 3D buildings here. As you can kind of tell, if I scroll like this, you can definitely tell the 3D look of them more. But that is it for maps, I believe. I covered everything in that. So let's go ahead and check out the next thing that they listed here on this website, on Apple's website here. If you do want this link to the website, it's apple.com/iOS/what's-new. So if you want to visit that and get all the information you can. The next thing is Siri. And what they changed with Siri is they now have sports updates. You can ask them, to give you an example of that, I can ask them, did the Brewers win in their last game, and it'll bring up the score and all the innings and everything. So let's go ahead and do that now, and I'll give you an example of that. Did the Brewers win in their last game? So let's let that load up. Like I said, my internet in my house is pretty slow, so it may take a little bit to get it going.
The Brewers beat the Nationals by a score of 4-2 yesterday.
So there you go, and it gives you all the different scoring plays in each inning and everything. And they also have like movies now, so you can ask like if there's any movies playing nearby. And it'll give you a whole bunch of detailed information about that. You can get more detailed information about restaurants and reviews and stuff like that. So that's pretty much all I did to Siri, not too much there. Let's go ahead and check out the next one now. And that's Facebook integration. Just how Twitter's integrated into iOS, they do have Facebook now. One thing I want to show really quickly is if you go in a notification center, you have the option to tap to tweet and tap to post to Facebook. So those are two features I found pretty useful, but I haven't used them too often yet. So the next thing is shared photo streams. Basically, this way you can share your entire photo stream to anyone you would like to. Another thing you can do with it is if you have like an iPod Touch or an iPad and you're logged into the same Apple ID, The second you take a picture here with your iPhone, you'll have that picture appear right on your photo stream on your other iDevice. But I guess the coolest feature of shared photo streams would just be able to share your entire photo stream with any iOS user. That's something again I probably would never use, but if you're into photos and stuff like that and photo sharing, you may find some uses for it. But the next thing is Passbook, and basically Passbook, it enters like all your tickets and your boarding passes and all that stuff. And so that you can see here, it's not very useful yet, but as companies figure out what it is and they can update their systems and everything, they can make it eligible to work with the iPhone's Passbook. And basically what you're going to be able to do is go into a store, and let's say you have a gift card for Target or something. All they have to do is scan your phone. It'll have like the barcode right on your phone, and they can scan it, and that is your gift card. You don't have to use like the actual plastic gift cards anymore. And you'll be able to use that with boarding passes, movie tickets, and all that stuff. Again, store cards and coupons you can even use them for. So that's something very useful, and I'm definitely looking forward to using that in the future. So that's Passbook. I definitely hope that takes off soon here, because I can't wait to start using that in more stores. The next thing is FaceTime, and basically what they did with that is you can now FaceTime over cellular data. The phone app, you can now, when someone calls you, there's a few more options than what they had before. You can, of course, answer or decline, but then you also have the option to reply with a message, and you can create your custom preset messages. And when you hit reply with message, you can select the preset message that you would like to. And you can also choose the option to remind me later, and basically that'll just remind you later to call that person back. And on this photo here on the right, you can see these are the preset messages. These are the default ones, but you can create your own custom ones if you'd like to. Mail, they updated quite a few things, not a whole bunch, but quite a few. So let's go ahead and head over there. As you can see, they added this VIP mailbox, and basically when you select that, you can choose add VIP, and you can select any email user in your contacts list, and all their emails will go straight into this VIP list. So anyone that sends you important emails, you can add to this list, or if there's anything you want to be updated on as soon as possible, it'll go right into this VIP list, and you can go ahead and right when you open up your mail, just go straight into there, and you have all those important messages right there in the VIP list. Another thing they did is when creating a new message, there's a very easy way to insert photos. All you have to do is select the cursor there like normal, and then insert photo or video, and you can go ahead and select that. So that's something a lot nicer and much simpler than it was before. It was pretty difficult to actually add photos to emails in the previous iOS versions. And one last thing I want to show you before we head out of the mail app is you can just slide down, and it'll refresh all your mailboxes right there. So that's another small feature they added to the mail app, but it's a nice feature. I actually use that quite often. And then Safari itself here, they have a lot more features actually. So we're gonna go ahead and go to landscape mode just to get the best idea here. And they made Safari full screen now. So if you see this lower right button right here, you just press that, and now you're using Safari as full screen. And that really just takes advantage of your entire full display now. You don't have the status bar, you don't have the bookmarks bar down at the bottom, and you just have the exit full screen right there, and then you have the back and forth buttons that will be right here. And that's all you have when you're in full screen. For the reading list, what they did now is they made it possible to read any link in your reading list offline. So when you add it to your reading list, it'll download it, and then you can load up that page at any point if you have a data connection or not. And then iCloud tabs, basically what you can do with this is if you have like a web page open on your Mac computer and you're signed into your Mac computer with your Apple ID, the same one that's signed into your iPhone, you can go ahead and load up that web page right on your iPhone, the same one that's loaded up on your computer, just by accessing this iCloud tabs folder right here. So that's basically it for Safari. Then they have the accessibility, which I'm not going to cover there. But then camera with panorama. All you have to do with this is to use the panorama photos. Is go to the camera app, of course. There are the options up here and panorama. And when you hit the snapshot button down here, it kind of starts up like it's a movie. But basically, you're just going to hold the phone up, and you're going to spin the phone around in a circle and try to keep this blue arrow on the line while they're spinning, and that'll give you the best results for your panorama shot. I just realized my phone's not in focus at all right now. There we go. But for panorama, I'll go ahead and give you guys an example of that in another video. This video is already getting pretty long, and I want to focus on Panorama itself in another video. So let's go ahead and head back to Safari. And that looks like it's all the major changes for iOS 6. You find my iPhone, of course, but they already had that. They have Find My Friends already. Remodeled stores. I'll go over that in a second. New features for China, and that's basically it. Then they got all the devices listed right here, so I'll go ahead and zoom in on this. I don't know if you guys can read it or not, but it's for the iPhone 3GS, the iPhone 4, the 4S, and the 5, of course. Then it's for the iPod Touch 4th generation and the 5th generation, and the iPad 2 and 3, which is they call the new iPad. So those are all the eligible devices that can upgrade to iOS 6. Let's go ahead and cover the remodeled stores. I'll just go ahead and give you a quick example of that. And you can see the UI already looks much different. You can scroll across here. It's a lot nicer. I don't want to go into too much of that. And then the music app, they updated as well, and that's remodeled. I'll go ahead and show you that now. As you can see, it looks a lot nicer. Everything's black now, and if you go back here, and if you go back to the main menu, if you're not in the now playing section, if you go back here, everything's white, and then once you go to the now playing, you can see that it is all black here. The buttons here are orange now. If you highlight those, the slider is different for the volume, and everything's just completely remodeled. So that is basically my full review of iOS 6. There's plenty more features, but I could go on all day talking about this, and this video is going to get extremely long. It's already super long, but I don't want to have to make it any longer. This video had a lot of detailed information, so I hope I didn't bore you guys too much. But if you enjoyed it, go ahead and like it down below, and that helps me out. If you want to share it to your friends, go ahead and hit that share button. And if you want to subscribe at the top, that'll notify you when I release my new videos. I'm going to have a ton of iPhone coverage, doing different comparisons of it, like versus the 4S, different speed tests. I might do like an LTE test of it. I'll give you my full review in about a week. I'm going to have that panorama video out sometime. So I have plenty more videos coming on the iPhone 5. I already have the unboxing up, so if you want to check that out, click the annotation. If I can remember to put the annotation, go ahead and click that. Or just go ahead and check my uploaded videos, and it's already uploaded, so you can check it out there. So you guys will get all of those videos that I plan on releasing soon here if you subscribe at the top, and then notify you when I release those videos. So that's it for this video, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you later.